video. Today's video will be a story time, and today's story time will be how my mom passed, or how I found out my mom passed away. So for those of you who don't know, my mom passed away in 2012. It is now 2019. She passed away on June 12th. Her birthday was June 18th. So, I was 10 years old when my mom passed away, and my mom was sick for a very long time before anyone knew. She was sick for a very long time before she started to look sick. My mom never told me that she was sick, and I was really young, and my mom was like, she still is my best friend. Like, my mom is my world. So I guess I was too like delusional to put two and two together that my mom could even be sick. Like, she was my hero. Like, she was my role model, my everything, and she still is. So like, I don't know if I was just too young to put two and two together, or if I was just too delusional to think of my mom in that way. But I never knew that she was sick. I saw like all the symptoms. I saw her taking her medicine. I saw her, like, she had seizures. I was there for some of them, but I still just never put two and two together. So eventually, when I was 10 years old, my mom got sick to a point where she was on bed rest. So basically, like, she couldn't walk around on her own. She couldn't, like, I think she could eat on her own. I'm pretty sure she could eat on her own, but like, she couldn't walk around on her own, and it just got really hard. So eventually, it went from her living at home but on bed rest to having to stay in a hospital. It went from having to stay in a hospital to she was in a coma. I don't remember how long she was in a coma, but it was for multiple months. It didn't go over a year. I think it almost hit a year, because I was 10. I was already 10 when she went into the hospital, and I was still 10 when she passed away. So I think it was almost a year, but it was not a full year. And I'm not sure, I never asked the whole process of, you know, whether like someone in my family pulled the plug or the doctors thought it was bad. I'm not really sure how that whole thing happened, but I do know that the last time I saw her, she was in a coma. And then one day I was at my grandmother's house, and I was in the basement listening to music in my own little world. My granddad has like the whole, well, not the whole basement, but a majority of the basement. They have a 3-story house, so the majority of the basement he has is like his area. He got a pool table, a flat screen, a big old couch, a bathroom, his own bathroom down there, a fridge, a bar, all of that. So that's like his area. He's down there. Only time he leaves that area is to eat and sleep. Other than that, he is in that area. Not even. He's down there and sleep down there. Like, that's his area. So whenever he would go out, I would always run to the basement. Like, I love to be in the basement. So I was down there just listening to music, had the music playing, and then my dad, I'm pretty sure he worked at the museum at the time. So he came home, and I remember being surprised. I'm not sure why I was surprised, but I remember thinking like, oh, like, why are you here? I don't know if it's because like he was home earlier than usual or what, but in my mind, I remember being surprised to see him. So he came home, and he came to my grandparents. He came to the basement, and he just sat down, and he looked hurt. Like, I could see before he even started talking that whatever he was gonna say, it was painful. And so keep in mind, my parents were not together. They were never married. They broke up when I was like really young. Like, I was still baby type stuff. So he sat me down on his lap, and he just said, like, his exact words were, your mom is gone. Those were his exact words. And I immediately knew what that meant. So after he said that, like, after he said that, my heart, like, it stopped. I immediately started crying. Like, I remember, like, when it happened, I kind of, like, ran from him. Like, I, like, walked away from him as I'm crying. Like, I didn't know, part of me wanted to be around people, and I wanted to, like, I don't know if I wanted to be, like, coddled, or if I just wanted to be around people to, like, distract me, but, like, I didn't know. But then the other part of me just wanted to be alone. So, like, I started to walk away from him, and then I think I, like, walked back up to him, or he, like, came up and grabbed him, like, something like that. And then, like, I cried for maybe, like, 20 minutes, and then I was like, can I go outside? So I went outside with my friends, and I couldn't, like, I didn't know what I wanted. I didn't know if I wanted to be around people or not. I was outside for, like, 15 minutes. I came right back inside. Not even 15 minutes. I remember, like, I went outside. My friends were already out there. I went outside, and, like, we were, like, walking on the rocks. I told them what had happened because they saw, like, I was obsessed. I told them what happened. We were walking on the rocks. My grandmother has rocks on her grass, and I went inside. So I was outside for, like, 10 minutes, if that. And then I came back inside, and I really don't remember what happened after that. I think I went to my room, just stayed in my room. I'm not sure. I remember my family, like, checking on me and hugging me, all of that. And I don't like crying in public. I don't like crying in front of people. So when people are like calling me and I'm crying, I kind of get annoyed. But I just remember a lot of that going on. I know my father, he had put me in therapy. So yeah, pretty much, like, right after everything had happened, my dad put me in therapy immediately, because if you guys know me, if you guys knew me then and you know me now, you guys know that, like, I'm a baby. Like, I love to be, I'm not gonna say I love to be baby, but, like, I'm a big baby. But I also switch. Like, some of my friends call me the mom of the group. Like, I'm that one where I don't know how, but I always got what you need. Like, I always got a Band-Aid on me. I always got hair ties on me. I always got snacks on me. I always got, like, hand wipes. Like, my friends always say, like, oh, she's that soccer mom. But at the same time, like, I'm just the baby. Like, I'm everybody's baby. So, of course, like, I was like, I don't know how to word it. I like to be around my dad, and I could see, if you didn't know me and my mom's relationship, I could see you calling me a daddy's girl. But anybody that knows me knows, like, I was and still is a mommy's girl all the way through and through. So my dad knew that, and so I'm not a big person on emotion, and my dad knows that. So, like, my dad comes out randomly and he's like, are you okay? Because I don't really express my emotions. So sometimes my dad will ask me, because, like, he'll know, oh, she's going through A, B, and C, but she's not, like, reacting to it. So he'll ask me, like, hey, like, how you doing? You okay? Da da da. Or sometimes so much be hitting me that, like, I'll be talking to you and I'll be saying, like, oh yeah, I'm good, but my face, like, you could just see it in my face, like, something is wrong. But I'm not big on talking about that, or I'm not big on saying, like, oh, I'm going through this and this and this. Like, stuff like, I always complain, like, I work all my life. I complain about stuff like that, but stuff that, like, is really hitting me hard, I'm not good at, like, complaining about stuff like that. So he put me in therapy, and I did therapy for maybe a year. I did it once, and like I said, I'm not big on talking about stuff. So in the middle of it, I just said, like, I think I'm good. Like, I don't need you anymore. Like, I'm just wasting my dad's money. There's no point in me coming. Like I was over it. Like I hate going to strangers and talking about my feelings. Like I don't even talk to people I know and love about my feelings. Like I just told my dad, like, I think I'm done. I don't think I need to go back. Like, I'm good. We're good. Like, it is what it is. And then I guess a few months later, I guess I told him, like, all right, maybe I should go back, because like I felt myself really, like, you know, going, like, it just wasn't good. Like, I miss my mom so much, and I didn't know how to react to that. I didn't know how to deal with it. I went back to therapy, and then the therapist that I had, once I went back the second time, I started to like really get into it, and I was talking and I was doing the exercises that she would give me. And then she basically like cleared me. She was like, I think, you know, she's great, like she's doing great and everything. And the therapist that I had, I don't know what they were called, but she was like a temp therapist. Like she was there for practice. So she basically had to be a therapist for a year, but then she went on to a different company, and she was like a full licensed therapist. I don't really know how that works, but so I remember on our last session, she told me, like, this is our last session together. I'm moving on to a different company. You know, you can continue to come. I can set you up with someone else. I could refer you to someone else, or if you don't want to come anymore, I think like you're on a great track and you could handle it. I don't think you need to come. And so, like I said, I don't like to talk to people. So the fact that I opened up to you, now I gotta open up to somebody else too? Nah, I was good, so I didn't do that. I ended up going back to therapy like 2 years later, I think. That's a whole different story for a way, way later time. I don't know if I ever tell that story. But yeah, that's kind of how I went to therapy. That's kind of how I ended up playing volleyball and basketball. I knew I needed something to keep me busy, and so even to this day, like I don't know how to sit down. And so back then, I had school and then I had sports, and that kind of kept me busy. And eventually, I guess like school and sports, like it just wasn't enough to keep me busy, and I started to like get into my head. And so once I realized like I needed more to keep me busy, I started doing more. Like now, I'm never just at home. Like I'm always doing, even if I'm at home doing something. I'm always doing something. I still got sports, I got work, I got school, I got junior manners. If you guys don't know what that is, y'all be seeing a lot of junior manners on my channel this year. And then I'm doing YouTube too, so like when I do get downtime, this is what I'm doing. So that's that story. That's how I found out that my mommy passed away. And I guess that's the story of me going to therapy too, all in one. If you guys want any more story times, let me know down below. Don't forget to like, share, and comment, and subscribe. And I will see you guys next time. Bye, guys.